The journey has just begun.
Stop battle! Palutena!
Sorry, so we've had no commentary, but we are joining you at Game 2. Gitano is with me, but he is simply just watching, refusing to talk about this game. Oh, sorry, mic's a bit closer now. He's got the best seat in the house and refuses to talk about this beautiful game. You can just barely hear him in the background. Zone and Nemi played quite a bit. I'm not sure who's got the set record currently. I wouldn't be surprised if it is Nemi. He had an explosive start into the scene, winning quite a few meltdowns over Dark Silver and Zone, beating both of them on his way. But there's no Dark Souls today, just Zone his way now after beating Piedra. Go for a cheeky ledge trump up there, but not succeed. And now Nemi is in back air mode. Rotate start. Back air mode has been blown out there. Here we go. Zone advantage there. Nemi off stage. No resource. And now Zone is in back air mode. Back in mode is back air versus back air. Nemi goes 2D, trying to get a kill. Trying to win his life. But so, could quickly take this stop, but just barely whiffing his moves here. Don't take advantage. Finally catch one. To the nail on shield. Holding the shield for the entire time there rather than letting go early. Carrying Nemi each side of the stage. It's 1-1 now, so wondering what zone is going to ban. When Nemi is going to decide to take. Hollow Bastion, Smashville, Small Battlefield. No. Super Mario 3D Land, maybe? It's PS2.
Stop battle. Palutena. Rio.
Going into game 3 now of Grant. Back to PS2. I'll say back to the beginning and start here, but we're on PS2, basically the start stage. Oh, the only starter. So just trying to find an opening here. He gets it with a very brave down smash for a ledge guard. And he just barely making it back there. Avoiding the 2 flame punch as well. Playing that attacks you so well. Trying to go for the down tilt. Let me try and go for a brave RB, but just get punched for it. And there it is, the down air again. Through the stage, beating out the Ryu RB. And Nemi is back into back air mode. Zone, just taking every bit of advantage you can get here. Weak through there. Just going for a weak. Nemi is desperate to get this top zone before he takes any more damage, and he finally gets it. But unfortunately, had to trade 70% for it. And Zone just going to zone him out until we can find an open with back air there. Just an edge guard as well. But Nemi somehow still finds his way back. Zone taking off stage again. And another the uppy! Tono's currently going crazy on the couch. Loving every bit that Zone is doing. Zone just doing a lot of damage here again. Nemi letting go his shield too early again. Oh! Zone wanting it there. He was fiending for it. This game seems to be in a bang zone here, but oh, F tilt, just not the best option now. Very angry about those 2 down air spikes. Going to throw for a spike of his own. Just barely missing out and Zone getting able to go back to stage. Just waiting for Nemi to do something Zone to punish. There's back air. Goes to the ledge. Fighting his way back in. Oh, F tilt again. Just coming out. Just seems to be doing nothing. Nemi's in back air mode. Well, it seemed like it was supposed to be back air, not there. Oh, the Nemi back air, beating out the Zone back air there. Very odd.
Give it your all.
Let's go to Hollow Bastion here for Zone's count a bit. This is a stage I know he favours quite a bit. We've seen him and DS play on it almost 100 times in the past year. So let's see how this game goes here on Hollow Bastion. Zone does favour this stage, mainly against the FGC players of London. That's why he's always playing against Dark Stalker. But it doesn't seem to be a terrible stage for him. Oh, ooh, could have been another downer there, but so I wasn't prepared for Nemi going too deep on accident. Nemi trying to show off. Hell yeah, but getting caught by the final hits. Not prepared. Just of that one little fireball, didn't manage to take that stop. Oh, an incredible read there, the air dodge. Right. Nemi's being put in the ultra zone. Go for it down there again and just Nemi just getting through every single one. Resumes edge guard attempts there. Stage again, hit by the up air. And again, Zone catching a bad air dodge. Oh, sorry. Oh! I think Zone is now just trying to bait Nemi into being afraid of the down air and trying to force a bad ledge option out of Nemi here. But Nemi catching Zone shielding on the landing platform. Nice off ledge. Zone catching onto it and drag down Ampere to back throw. Zone needs to build up damage here. Putting Nemi in the ultra zone. Down there. Not really doing much. And down there again? No, back air Nemi. Just takes up stock. Nemi's going to be looking up to build this damage, trying to keep Zone out of him. Playing very patient here, waiting for them to make a very bad option. Just catch him out of shield with that back air. Now an edge guard. Oh, bad air dodge from Nemi. So it's now 2-2 in this first specified rounds. Either Nemi resets the bracket and they go again, or Zone takes DAT Monday Meltdown 2-7-4. It's going to be a long wait on these picks and bans. Both of these players have got all to play for. Okay, back to PS2.
Start the battle, Palutena.
think I will have to actually leave now, so there'll be no more commentary for this set, I'm afraid. Good night all.
Okay, I'm commentating. Firat's winning. Woohoo! We can go home. Yeah, we love house. Woo! Well, hey, grand final, top 16, best of 5. Oh, he's oh shit. Oh no, if this resets. Oh no! Ah, please, my house is so close. Well, it's not, but my house. Right, here we go. What's Nemi gonna do? And a lot of more the Shaka Zulus, whatever that move's called. Yeah, the Shakanets. Shakanetsu. Oh, back throw. Shakanets. Shakanets. It's like Rick to have taken this, but it's just Ryu being annoying instead. Come on, is this? We're gonna get 2 zone wins in a row. Nemi's damage is on. Oh, don't SD here, please. Oh, does that down smash even hit below ledge? Oh my god, that down air. Oh, that dash attack was bad, but gets away with it. I don't know. I don't think Palu could have actually punished anything from there, to be fair. So maybe it was all that back air was meaty. Uh-oh. Oh, the stocks, the percents are very close. Oh, zone, you got to be mad careful here if you want to win. Ooh. Keeps him off and gets off the ledge by dropping off the ledge and getting Explosive flame. Oh, God. No cancel or anything. That was... If Nemi chased that down perfectly, Firat was dead. Yeah, just back air. Back air, dash attack. That's all you need. Just get that out. Oh, he's reading these jumps now. He's reading these jumps. He's doing Ryu back air. Back throw. Very good air dodge there. This is so close. Nemi's like a tap away from getting a Shoryu. He's getting these back airs as well as reading something. That explosive flame was so close to hitting. Nemi's reading all of these things, but he's just, no! Nemi's reading everything right, but he just isn't getting the hit. Ah, we haven't quite got it. My house! My house in the middle of my street, please. No! Oh, in the middle of our house. No, my house in the middle of my house. Oh, he's parrying everything. No! 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 Oh, don't rock paper. Right, whoever wins this rock paper scissors just wins the tournament. I don't fucking. Right, who won that? Oh. Oh. Right. Well, I guess I'm stuck here. Oh, I hate TOing this tournament. It goes so well, and then someone decides to reset the bracket.
I think this set is sick. I don't care. It's really, it's
To be fair, I
so
joined
clean.
at
It's
that-
gone both ways.
I joined at that game, to be fair. So
Okay. So the way this has gone is
the TO side of
Nemi's-
me is like house. So.
Burning
House
wants bed. Burning wants bed. Burning wants bed. I want another set.
I mean,
so the way that this has been so far is, as we all know, Zone's ledge play has like gone through the roof recently. His ledge traffic.
it's called the Ultra Zone now.
He is the
It
Ultra
is the
Zone.
Ultra
It's been
Zone,
his,
yeah.
It has always been his Twitter handle. Now it is his title.
Yeah.
It's
It's his epithet. That's like, but like before Zone, you see Ultra, you know?
Okay. So in game 4 of that last set, one of the things that I noticed was that when Zone gets you at the ledge, he wins on average the next 3 interactions. If you manage to get past down tilt at the ledge, the 2-frame, he may attempt dare as well, and he's been successful 3 times I think in this set with dare 2-frame in this set. If you get past that, his subsequent flowchart is so unbelievably oppressive. You eat 50, 60% just as a matter of course. But Nemi, once Nemi gets back to neutral, his punish game and with punish game has been so strong. And here you go. So there you go. 2 interactions.
He's doing it right now.
3
Look,
interactions.
he's absolutely destroyed him.
3 interactions right there cost the end for Nemi. And here we go all over again. Zone has gone for fair into nair, into grab a couple of times. Nemi's been wise to it both times. Zone again with that reflect has been pulling it out of the bag as well. Really fast reactions. Here we go. Nemi now, their turn to hold center stage. Another parry like the ones that we were seeing in that previous game. Nemi is ready for all of those landing aerial options that Zone had, and that is exactly what bought Nemi this second set. Explosive flame to check at the ledge. Nemi looks for the down smash, does not quite get it, but does get that back air, sending Zone all the way over to that right-hand side.
Sorry, I had to get a drink.
And now Zone all on them to recover. Oh, Nemi catching the roll in, I believe that was. Down tilt into Shoryu, going to seal out that start.
See, the set is even more interesting, but just because of, like, Zone usually has Nemi's number most of the time, but Nemi has recently been catching up and trying to compete. He's been making it more competitive with Zone, and now he's recently taken even more sets of him. So Nemi is catching up and then taking Zone out.
And there was another set right there. Nemi does have a pretty large stock deficit in this one. Percent deficit, sorry. However, we're seeing that getting closed out a little bit. There's another parry. Those, like I was saying earlier, with those landing aerials, Nemi is ready for them and ready to punish. And that's the second time this set so far that Nemi has looked for that parry into Shoryu straight away. First time execution wasn't all there, but Zone's execution was all the way there. Down tilt straight away into fair. Or was that fair?
So you were mentioning earlier about Zone's ledge trapping, but during like the end of that, the tail end of that set there, Nemi was waiting to call out every single jump that Zone had at the corner with that back air, and that was what eventually killed him at the end. He's waiting, he's like, he knows he's looking for a down tilt, so naturally Zone's going to jump, so he doesn't get the down tilt into the Shoryu, so he's looking for that raw back air, which is a lot more meaty than it looks.
Is that some prior game conditioning as well, or is that just knowing the matchup? Nemi now with stage control. Throwing out some aerials, getting Zone to swing first. Zone does give him exactly what he wants. And again, goes to that down smash at the ledge. Doesn't quite get it, but still maintains stage control. Gets the parry again, goes for the Shoryu, but unfortunately goes the wrong way. All right, here we go. Letting that back air rip one too many times, however. Zone ready now, that time with the grounded burst option. Parry again into Tatsu, not quite getting the kill over there.
That Tatsu 2-frame not quite working. Palu has this weird angle that he can supposedly heal all Zone just there. Air dodging off is probably the smartest option there. Good recovery as well.
Good job to not panic.
Yeah. All right, Nemi's got the one stock left. Well,
not quite there. Explosive flame is going to catch. Takes him right off the top, and that is going to be 1-0 to Zone. You're right, this one is going really close to that.
Very limited recovery options from Nemi there.
Yeah.
There were probably other things he could have done, but I'm not entirely sure if he would have been too low to actually get back on that.
I think Ryu can spend Tatsu like relatively.
Yeah, I don't know if air dodge down B and then double jump into up B would have worked, but I don't know. I don't play Ryu. I don't know. But it was very good of Zone to just realise it's like, okay, that the angle was so shallow that it was enough for him to get an explosive flame to get that kill off.
Yeah.
Because Nemi was very easily limited on options, so naturally when he's going at that shallow of an angle, he's going to panic and just do whatever keeps in the distance closest to the stage first, which was, in that case, the side special.
I think you would describe it as it makes your recovery a lot more linear, especially once you're out in the blast zone. I think the two options there, if he didn't have a jump, you would have had to air dodge in to make the distance back a little bit. Most characters would anyway. Well, many characters would. There you go. There's
He's got very good reaction times on these reflects. I was watching last week when he was playing against Nemi then and Mo. No, not Nemi. But more so when he was playing against Mo and Manny. Like his reactions on using the reflects were very good.
Yeah. Hadouken and the red Hadouken aren't the fastest projectiles.
Yeah, they're
not taking anything away from Zone's.
Oh yeah, they're not the fastest, but I got hit.
There you go. I hate to play the counting game again, but that's 2 or 3 interactions in this little off-stage spell that Zone's already won, and Nemi has taken a fair chunk now. But Nemi's back with stage control.
He lost that ledge track because he just got a little bit too greedy to try and get that edge guard kill, and then he got a Shaku for it, and then he got up speed, but now...
Burnin, tell me, you got hit by that, right? You got hit by that.
I got hit by everything.
Yeah, how many interactions does Nemi have to
I got hit by the Town City platform coming back in.
How many interactions at the ledge does Nemi have to guess correctly upon just to live? Okay.
That's just ledge trapping in general. A load of it is a guessing game, but Zone just... Yeah. He's got some eye on him. He's got like the Millennium Eye to be able to guess right most of the time.
The Millennium Eye, is that what we're calling it from now on?
He's got one, the Millennium.
I was playing with somebody the other day, and they were describing kind of the way that they came up with the way to describe kind of the way that what Zone is doing right now, and it's almost like Zone has put Nemi at the ledge in a cage of movement. Like putting the options in the right places that really limits where Nemi can go. It's like he's telling you to move in this direction so we can ledge trap it. Because like the threat is so big from what he's doing there that it makes him do the option you think is the right one, but that's what he's doing. He's like, oh yeah, I'm leaving this space up, and it's like, okay, that's the right one, but no, here you go. It's like, oh, he thinks I'm going to use this open space to jump, so I'm not going to jump, so I'm just going to roll, and it's like, no, it's really that easy. Nemi was fishing.
He psychs you out so much.
Oh! I was just about to talk about Nemi fishing with that bear, looking for that first stock off of Zone, but Zone was just in time to hit his 5th dare of the set. And that's Palu's dare. That's not a massive spike hitbox.
No, it's not the biggest. It's not the most disjointed, but it was. Well, I'll lie. I'm not too sure on the disjoint on it, but I can't imagine it being that big. But it was good enough to beat the up special there.
you know who's good enough? Zone's good enough. He's looking surgical with pretty much every aerial in this character's kit.
The moment he's sitting right next to Nemi, he's out of there. Like, if he lands with an aerial, he's jumping away, because he knows the moment he tries to panic and shields, that's when Nemi's going to be able to pop on him.
One thing I'm noticing here is Nemi's being quite respectful of Palu's burst options, looking for that dash attack there. You could tell, but Zone just caught them slipping in just a moment, just with no moment's notice.
I think the other thing that Zone is catching on to is Nemi's movement in general. He knows Ryu is very stiff. He knows Ryu is just set in that aerial movement as well.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to look to parry as well, so that's why he's trying to move as well. He like comes towards him, jumps, grabs, stuff like that. Because he just knows that he's trying to look for a parry in order to get the hit off, and now Zone is running away with this whole set because he's mixed up his game plan, which is what every good player will do. You need to be ready to mix up your game plan, because if you don't mix up your game plan, that's how you lose.
Yeah, one of the things, well, once that first layer of conditioning's been set in, I've made you scared of the aerials. I've made you scared of like every angle that I can cover, and once you get a little bit scared of that, what do you start doing? You start clicking that R, that L, you start holding that shield, and you open yourself up to Palu's grab game. That's your reward. That's your reward for doing what you thought was
it's
the
insane
right thing.
because Palu's grab game is just like, it's really just down throw into guess. For the most part, it's like she's not really going to up throw and do something. She's not really going to forward throw and do something. She's not going to back throw and do something. It's like down throw in itself is just, I'm going to put the fear in you. What am I going to do next? Am I going to back air you? Am I going to wait for it? Am I going to back air you then? And it's like, if they do it quick enough, you maybe even just DI it wrong, and then you'll back air.
Absolutely. However, all that is in the past now. The conditioning lasts over, the metagame lasts over, but it's a new game and a new set of 6 stocks for Nemi to try and pull this back. Nemi is has obviously adapted once already over the last few months.
I fucking hate Meltdown, man. We have too many FGCs here. This is so...
Well, right now,
I mean, I'm like, FGC characters are my guilty pleasure. I actually really like watching them at top level, I can't lie. But it's like, when I have to see this every week, it's like, oh yeah.
So, quote unquote, the head TO of that Monday Meltdown, I fucking hate Meltdown.
Hey, look, someone's got to run it.
Meltdown is the only
come
thing.
back. Where have you been?
Meltdown being the only thing keeping Burning away from his own bed.
Yes.
Well, that and his journey home.
So I think my colleague asked me to come in at 12 PM tomorrow. I'm out of it. That's another one of those like drop downs from ledges into the explosive flames that Nemi seems to be getting hit by. But I want to see if Nemi's trying to do those down smashes at the ledge again to try and get a 2-frame. Ooh. I did like the reaction there, but unfortunately got caught on the platform by the looks of it.
I'll tell you what there. Nemi did have the scout on that air dodge. Followed, knew exactly where Zone was going to try and go. Reading all of the escape options. Uses the ender. Doesn't quite have enough knockback.
Yeah, the down smash, because he knows he's not really going to hit Palu with anything else. I don't know if Ryu is capable of doing a ledge trap back air, but oh, that focus attack hitting that back air was perfect. That was perfectly timed.
One of the things I'm seeing from Nemi that's way more positive in this stock at this late part in the set is that Nemi is getting a read that Zone wants to get out of pressure pretty much every time Zone gets clipped. He's read about the last 3 air dodges in a row, but has got minimal reward off of them.
Ryu's reward is much greater than Palu's for sure.
If you scout out those reads, which Nemi is doing. Just maybe not quite at the right percent. Oh, and there goes a shield break jump!
Yes.
Pushes them off, and Nemi...
That's the first time he's done that as well.
Nemi putting a game on the board in this true final set. Is this the beginning?
Just when it looked like Zone actually had it all down. He was looking clean those last 2 games, but Nemi brings it out, changes it up again, changing the game plan. He went for something he never went for before, and Zone wasn't ready for it, got his shield pop, died at like 10%.
Yeah. Zone has attempted that. Nemi has attempted that one before in this set, but Zone was out.
Ready for it, yeah.
In this late stage, maybe the nerves, maybe your brain is
you can see it when Nemi
with
touches
fatigue.
him. He's trying to air dodge out of it, but then after air dodging, he falls back into it and then gets hit with a bit more. Sometimes you just have to wait, as scary as it is, but that's most of the FGCs in general. The moment you panic, that's when it's easy for them.
Oh, and there we go!
Perfect
There's
stop
spike
from Zone.
number 6 of the set. Nemi is getting to know that particular aerial intimately. And Zone, here we go again, is already percent lapped. There's the reflect once more. Really quick reactions.
That whole water record.
Doing so well at not letting Nemi take neutral for free.
Nemi's, like, this game has only been in for 40 seconds and Nemi is already suffering. He is at 89% of stock down, and we've not even had a minute into their game.
I recently suggested that Zone may be suffering from
Zone
a lapse in mental stamina, but Zone just woke up.
And the taunt as well. Yeah, you talk your talk, King. Yeah, that was what's waiting. He's got nothing to worry about now. He's 2 stocks up, 37%. 61, I guess.
Zone channeling his inner Robbie 8.
Zone is making every punish worth it now, and it's perfect. He's making perfect stocks now. Little error is there. Nemi's making mistake after mistake. Nemi's starting to stress. He's trying to go for the desperate attempts. He's getting desperate. He's getting desperate. Nemi really wants it, but it's just not working.
Air dodges in.
Zone has almost lapped him in 2 stocks.
And there we go. Nemi holding that middle platform this time around. Threatening with the back airs. Zone is none too bothered. Very happy to dance around. And he takes... Oh my goodness, the weight was really scary there. I thought we were going to see another dare spike. But Zone, again, you must approach me. I have the life lead, my friend. 5 minutes on the clock. We have all the time in the world. Explosive Flame on the shield.
Explosive Flame so close. He's more or less neutral on shield. It's just a guessing game as to who's going to move after that. Nemi really needs to pull some real stuff out of this. He needs to take his damn time.
This is a really bad spot.
The Explosive Flame was so bad. And the down air, perfectly done. 3 stock to finish it by Zone, and another second win in a row for him. Thank you, I can go home.
Every time Zone hits dare at the ledge, take a shot.
Okay.
And another, and another, and another, and another.
Hang on. I'm not that good.
Well, anyway, yeah, one of the... Obviously, the MVP of that set was Zone's offstage play, particularly with Dare introducing Nemi to the bottom blast zone multiple times.
That last game, he got pissed off. He knew where he was messing up on. He took every edge guard and he made it count. Every punish he had, everything. He never let Nemi get back onto that stage. He never let him back to center. He just, everything. He knew everything Nemi was going to do. He was going to take him out for every single thing that he did.
Yeah, especially I think
edge guards were perfect this time as well, especially with, as we saw with those down airs.
I think in the second stock there was a sequence that was about 20 seconds of pure Zone dominance, and that is one of the things that in this game where if you can take somebody and use their character like a ragdoll and make a statement with them, it does some real mental damage. And you could sort of see the cracks appear. Nemi had done really well in the previous game, to pull it all back, showed some composure, maybe made Zone look a little bit tired. That final shield break maybe woke Zone right up, and I think
especially in that last game after that first stock, he was waiting for Nemi to come to him and make the mistake for him so that he could then capitalize on that, and that was how he started steamrolling, because that's usually it's the desperation, it's the panic, it's the stress of I need to get him now, otherwise I'm not going to do it. It's the same thing when everyone's behind. It's a hard thing to crack.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to, if we're going to take that, it's early stock plus mental damage plus neutral dominance plus massive life lead plus 3 platforms to camp on equals frustration.
You're just throwing brick after brick on top of this guy, and then he's just weighed down to the bottom and he can't even lift it all up anymore.
Yeah, like it all compounds, and you end up with a 3 stock in a grand finals that you reset, And when it all snowballs, like, I know it's talked like we've fawned over Zone's gameplay in this, but I do want to take a quick second to shout out how well Nemi did in order to take what Zone's been able to do over the course of today and run back that bracket. Not for the majority of that set, not overextended neutral.
Yeah, I
Put
wish
Zone
I could
into
comment more on that Grand Finals, but again, I only really showed that for the last game. And Nemi, again, he was aware of how Zone was trying to alleviate the pressure with trying to jump out of things because he knew if he stayed grounded.
Yeah.
Palu grounded versus Ryu not really going to work out, so he's going to jump a lot, and that's why he was like getting all those back airs out, which eventually led to Zone's demise and the bracket being reset.
Yeah.
But Zone quickly brought it back. Nemi adapting to his game plan as well. He got the shield pop. He tried his old tricks again because it's been a while. He might have forgot. Tried it. It worked. Shield popped, took him off stage down, but then Zone
But
got
then
it all back.
the moment, it's almost like that shield pop went to the top of Nemi's mental stack. And then the moment Zone put the pressure on, the moment the pressure was on in the next game, Nemi needed to reach for something. He reached for the last thing that worked, and then Zone got back into center stage from that. I think he had him over at the right-hand side. He went for the shield pop again, and then gave Zone stage control back, and Zone was just like, nope, not again. I'm awake now.
Yeah.
And from there on, we just saw Zone be dominant. But yeah, that's the story of neutral wins and ledge trapping being absolutely key as proper fundies in this game. Shout outs to Zone. Congratulations, you're winner of that Monday Meltdown 274.
Yep. That Monday Meltdown 275, as usual, next week, not much really different. We have, on the inside, considered doing more loser sets on the stream, because if a set's hot, right? Because the winner's sides, this week at least, the winner's side, it did look hot. Because it was matchups you never really saw before, like you saw Ghidra and Nemi, which was really good. As you saw before, no sets found. Stuff like that is also really good. But we like to show our best every time, but if a loser set is hot and there's still some of our best, why not, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, there were so many loser sets I have seen off stream, and they've just been fun. Not just because, like, it doesn't even have to be the highest level of play. It's just because it's close. You all saw Aggressive Duck and the Big Tobacco, whatever his tag was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't quite remember it. I'm pretty sure it's Big Tobacco. But that set earlier, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Even if it's not the best gameplay, it's fun, it's tense, it's good to watch, it's good to commentate. People are invested.
Yeah, absolutely, especially at the local level. So at the Meltdown level and at your regional level, at your weekly level, you do tend to see, tend to see the players that tend to dominate that region, unless you have outsiders or we shall call them guests, come in and attempt to challenge and run through your region. But you do tend to see, like, we know what Darkstalker versus Zone looks like.
Yeah.
And I'm not down to. I do love watching that. I watch it pretty much every week. We know
It's not like the sets aren't hot. It's just
Yeah.
you know, you want to see a little bit of a difference. You know.
So yeah, I'm absolutely on board with a few more losers matches on stream.
Like, it's the decision of what is going to be a good set, because it's a loser set, and because obviously it's at a local level, it can either be really close or it could just be an absolute wash. That's the risk with it.
Yeah.
But I did have the whole idea of, you know, just a loser stream set Meltdown, but that was more of a joke. But people would be like, yeah, why not? Just Losers Appreciation Day. I don't want people throwing into losers just to get on stream, though. That's the thing.
Oh, can you imagine it's your first weekly and then suddenly you lose game one? It's like you are seeded 60th. You get bodied by Brandon
Michelangelo
or Zone.
7 and Salty to the stream, please, for your losers round one.
Immediately, you're already on tilt. Maybe you run 2 streams. I'm joking, Ambler. I'm joking. Ambler, I'm
Ambler
joking.
just died in his seat.
How much am I getting paid for this?
Paid? I'm getting nothing. I'm here every week. Sorry, you, to be fair, but yeah. I have to move.
This is true.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah, I think it is time to wrap up
Still
as well.
do like 10 minutes of ads for VGBootCamp.
Well, in that case, it's been a pleasure doing that last game, and I've been enjoying
Likewise.
being.
Good to see you on games. I feel like it's been ages.
Yeah, it's been ages for this guy. It's been like since like what, Syndicate 2019 or something? Maybe even earlier than that. Actually.
Well, the last event I did
18?
was
I don't know.
the last event I did was Valhalla.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
offline
Valhalla
event.
3
The last
before
off-
lockdown. Yeah.
I think that was the last time I wore a headset. I did a few offline.
So it's been like
I did
3+
a few
years for
onlines.
this guy.
Yeah, did a few onlines. It was and honestly, we are wrapping up. That set was like so interesting, and I feel like there was a story to be told. Had to put it
Yeah,
back on.
and we'll see how it blows over into next week if Nemi turns up. Firat definitely will.
All right. Well,
Alright, cheers again, Ambler. Thank you again to my wonderful TO team. Thank you, Super and Wade, for being here today. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and ETC. Not much else I've really got to add, but again, we'll see you all next week for another very fun, hopefully, maybe, that Monday Meltdown 275.
catch you guys later.
Cheers, boys and girls, and everything else in between the lines and outside the box. You get the idea.